Today marks 1700, 26th day of daily lessons, day reflections. And today I want to make a short lesson, a quick lesson. But I thought about, okay, what could I make short lesson about? And I was thinking about good plus good. What I mean by good plus good. That means sometimes we have a good thing in one hand and we have a good thing in other hand. But when we really combine those two great things, potentially could get and receive bad thing. And the most important part is the balance. Sometimes if we just not able to focus on really bringing some balance in life, even adding good thing on top of the good thing could end up being a wrong thing. And today we'll share where we're supposed to be careful adding good thing plus good thing. So number one is ambition plus opportunity. And where that potentially could lead to over commitment. So that means you're ambitious, you want to do a lot of things. You really want to use your ambition and you have a lot of capabilities, you develop a lot of skill sets, and now you have a lot of doors open to you, opportunities showing left and right. And then if you don't balance that, if you're not able to really learn other things that is essential, so being able to have non-negotiables, priorities, direction, dedication, commitment, if those are not there, that means there'll be overcommitment. And when you're overcommitted and you do and you spread your energy too thin, what happens? Well, no results. No results, no meaningful results. There'll be some results. You're ambitious, you do the work, you will get some results. You're pursuing opportunities. Especially when you're ambitious, it's extremely important to really pursue opportunity, but being selective rather than just open doors. Opportunities are opportunities. I want opportunities. That's again, ambition is good, opportunities are good, but if we combine them together and we just pursue too many opportunities without balance, that will be bad. Number two is intelligence plus curiosity. And again, this is could be analysis paralysis because you have ability to think, ability to search, ability to really understand. And you develop that understanding, and you have that intelligence, and you have a curiosity, and you searching for a few things, and searching and searching and searching, and curious and curious and curious, and that curiosity, if it's not managed, if it is not balanced, could potentially lead to analysis paralysis. You spread yourself so thin into the curiosity and not go deep into anything. Even though when you really go deep, there could be some curiosity within that as well. But majority of times, curiosity what it leads is it spreads out. But sometimes when you really get into the expert level, we need to go deep, not wide. At the beginning, we can go wide and then understand, okay, where we want to go deep. And again, if if that stays there and we have always wide, again, this partly of how to allocate our energy because now we have so much wideness and we're not able to allocate our energy properly until we go deep. And that's where a true expert lies. Number three is kindness plus empathy. Kindness plus empathy. And that's going to lead to emotional exhaustion if it is not balanced well. Kindness is great, empathy is great, but when you really uh, start to really absorb everyone's else emotions, that's not a good place to be. That will be drainage, and I know that there are people who always absorbs, and I think that is extremely important to learn to really reflect and not allow that other people to really to drain as much energy as they potentially do right now. That means you need to have kindness, you need to have empathy. But again, it's this word balance. Because if we do not have balance with when those combine, that could lead to exhaustion. That's where people start to go to solitude because that's where they are not drained. But maybe you're choosing solitude because you just didn't learn the boundaries of your kindness and your empathy, and that's you are drained. Even though that by itself, kindness and empathy is a good thing. Number four is confidence plus persistence could lead to stubbornness. And this is interesting because I've been there by myself, and I've been there, not probably I've been there, uh, because I used to be a very stubborn person, and I think that I'm less stubborn. I'm still stubborn, but not as I used to be. And I think that this interesting thing, confidence is great, persistence is great. But when you combine those and you start to really use confidence and persistence on the wrong thing, stubbornly trying to make it happen what is wrong thing in the first place, that's a terrible place to be in. And you're staying on the wrong thing, pursuing with confidence and persistence on the wrong thing for a year, 2 years, 5 years, maybe even more, because you're stubborn, you're not letting go. And it's a terrible place to be. Number five is patience plus forgiveness. Patience is great. Forgiveness is great. But when you really have patience and forgiveness, it could potentially lead to enabling. I speak about it because I have been there. I was enabler. I had a lot of patience, I had a lot of forgiveness, and I think that I didn't understand what really true consequences means. How boundaries work, how consequences work, and sometimes when people really do not realize like their actions and validity of their actions, and s- you are patient and forgiving, and people start to see that even though that they do terrible job, maybe disrespect, maybe something very bad, there's so many things that people could do, and now they don't get consequence because of that. And they potentially could even more and more and more. And that's just again enable. That is a terrible place to be. And it's not a virtue whatsoever. Even though that forgiveness and patience, one by one, is virtues. But if you actually start to have patience and forgiveness at the same time, without balance, that could lead to enabling. Number six is freedom plus security could potentially lead to complacency. Freedom plus security could lead to complacency. So freedom is like a beautiful, it's just a beautiful thing. But at the same time, when you really look into those kind of those words, freedom. Okay, I have a freedom to do what I want, and I have security, and that means that at some point we don't really want that freedom. What we really truly want is relationships. We want to do what we want, and this is not security. Security is sometimes good for the foundations, for a season, for developing something. But if we have it out of balance, that potentially stability, security could lead us to really not take risks when it's necessary to take risks, and of course that will become a bad thing. Number seven, and probably the last one, because there's so many things that we can really consider that we add a good thing and add a good thing, and we do not balance it, and it's end up as a wrong thing. So last one, number seven, is optimism plus resilience is really sometimes leading to ignoring warning signs. Again, this is one thing that I am guilty. I was that person who I had a lot of massive optimism and resilience. So that means that again, regarding relationships, because when you optimistic, when you have optimism in your mind, and you see other person, you have a hope and see their potential. And now resilience is that you're able to really handle a lot of things by yourself. You don't need anybody. You know that nobody save you, and you have a massive ability to really to handle things. And that's those optimism and resilience that's by themselves are great, but when you add them together and without balance, you start to ignore warning signs, red flags, and really stay in the places where you're not supposed to be as long as you could. Because I need to learn to really distinguish and understand people. Are the people willing to change? Are they changing or not? And after that, we need to really have that ability to understand the reality, rather have that optimistic glasses that is not always right. So as I said, there's a lot of things, and I think that's a beautiful thing. We're able to reflect. Okay, what kind of positive values or positive things that they do or have that potentially, if I do not balance them and combine them, that could potentially lead to the wrong thing altogether. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.